Hey everybody, this is TJR. It's Saturday night, it's late, and I've gotten back home from my gig with the band Project Tru at D Piazza's in Long Beach. About 4 days ago, I mentioned that I would be playing this show, and I do want to apologize because I never mentioned our first gig, which was about maybe a month or so ago. We played at a little place in Placentia. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it now, but we played like 4 sets. We played like for 4 hours. It was a really long show, and we had to learn a ton of songs for it too. This time around, our second show was only about an hour, and so it was just one set. There was another band that followed after us. Now, just to make a little comparison here, when we did the first gig, or leading up to the first gig, I wondered, will I get nervous? It's been a long time since I've played anywhere live. And I wondered about this, but I didn't let it bother me. I got to the show, set up my gear, and then I began to feel this like weird tingly feeling across my arm. And that was just nerves. Now, one thing I've learned from those years when I played all the time was that when something like that happens, literally you have to just kind of like separate yourself from it, take that emotion, put it on a shelf, even though it's still manifesting itself in your arm, just put it on a shelf somewhere, ignore it, and concentrate on what you have to do. And about halfway through that first set, that nervous feeling in my arm just went away and it was gone, and that was it. I thought that first gig went particularly well. I really do. And I had a good time. Now, at this particular gig, I'll admit I had a very good time. But I think there were more moments where I blanked out, where I forgot something, flubbed something. Now, of course, they say you're always your worst critic, and I am a good example of that. I am very hard on myself. I am my toughest critic. And I finished that set thinking, I don't think I played as well as I could have. Now, I could be wrong. I am going to look at the footage of the performance. My partner was filming all of that while we were on stage, and I'm going to look at that, but not tonight. I'm going to wait at least until tomorrow before I look at it. It's probably sometime tomorrow evening. And who knows, maybe my impression of the night will change, or maybe all my fears will be justified. But the thing is, once again, years of experience have taught me is that if you do flub something, if something doesn't go quite right, you immediately move on from it. You do not dwell on it. You do not think about it, certainly not while you're performing. You just accept that it happened, and then as soon as you find the first note that you can hit in the right place, you hit that note, and you do not look back. You move forward. And so I recommend that as advice to all musicians out there. But yeah, aside from that, I had a really good time. And there were some moments where I just suddenly thought of something and I played something in a way that I hadn't played it before, and I thought it worked out really well. Of course, once again, I may watch the footage and say, ooh, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Well, we'll see. We'll take a look at it. Now, at this point, I do want to stop and say thank you to those of you who showed up to see the show. One of our viewers, Steve, I want to thank you very much for bringing over, I think that was your wife with you and your mother with you. That was great to meet them too. Just really thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate that a lot. By the way, I am going to put a link here under more info here on YouTube for Spotify, where you can stream all 3 of our albums. All you have to do is have the Spotify app on your mobile device or your computer. A few more things I should probably say about the band Project Tru. In my videos, I've been saying my band, and I only say that because I'm in the band, but it is not actually my band. The band belongs to Robert Trujillo, who is the bass player, lead singer, and writes all of the group's songs, with the exception of one. We did record one of my songs entitled No Offense Juliet, which is on our second album, and we actually played that night as well. Also, I should mention that Robert Kinsler, whom you've seen me do videos with, discussion videos here on the channel, and review albums with, is also in the band too. After we were done with the show, both Robert's wife and my partner assured us that we did sound good out there. And of course, I'll be checking the footage tomorrow. So all in all, I thought it was a pretty good gig, although, like I said, I don't think I played as well as I did the first time. But once again, I'll look at that video and see. Up next for Project Tru is to record some more material. Robbie, our leader, has already written some new songs, some of which we're already playing live and some of which we actually played live at this show. And he has already laid down bass, guitar, and vocal tracks. And so he's going to be getting us all into the studio to start fleshing out all the parts and recording everything else and building up these tracks so that we can release them. And this is also going to include some cover songs that we've been doing at our gigs. We didn't do any cover songs this particular show. We did at the last one. I do want to thank everybody for their comments of support. Even though, you couldn't come to the show, I do appreciate that you left a comment about it with the last video. And I'm going to try to find some video that hopefully doesn't embarrass me too much that I can post here on the channel for you to check out. So stay tuned for that. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.